let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Block it. Be patient. Get the ball moving.
Look downfield. He's been open all day.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of...
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
And they finally... That is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back to throw, needing a first. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's gonna run for it. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're gonna see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
On first down, they'll run. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This time it's a passing play. Escapes the pocket. That's complete, David Njoku. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Smith start with a throw here. He gets this one to Myers. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Smith. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the gun, Smith. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. And again, it's Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's second down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Now Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 4th and short. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Shotgun snap to Smith. Caught near the pylon. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. From the red zone now. Setting up the screen. He has the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He's dropping back to throw. At the sideline, and he's got more. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Throwing it again here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 18 on second down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's starting cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
They'll run here on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Back to throw. Into the hands of Tillman. Complete. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Escapes the pocket. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. They'll try and throw it here. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And it'll be Raider football. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is hauled in by Myers. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Smith on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Browns will go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll throw on 1st. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 6 yards, and it closes out our first half of football. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. and you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 37. Gets it quickly to Bowers. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Smith. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Hits his running back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. He lofts one deep, center of the field. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. And you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pass play now. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. Trying again following the sack. Completed to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll throw it. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
He's back to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Browns football. Their season down to its final quarter if they can erase this lead. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Looking for a throw here. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now trail by just a point in the 4th. David Njoku, the touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, Smith to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
It's running out of steam, and it falls just short. It's no good. And we are still tied in the 4th.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, the chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he knocks that one away to prevent a big gain. Now all eyes go to the penalty marker to see who it's against. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He'll throw it. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He tries to sneak it, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns take a 4th quarter lead. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Smith on 1st down. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Back to throw it. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns set the big return onto that pick. Look at this. They've got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll try and punch it in. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They're running again. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Carlson's kick is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Raiders down by 10. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Trying to push it deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. And again, it's Smith. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion going left. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Forced out to his right. A bit of desperation, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take one final knee. Time's going to run out. Brock, their playoff story begins with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation, that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here, playing for a spot in that conference championship. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.